Hey everybody, this is Delaware Park on Wednesday, 5/31, the final day of the month. We're going to be looking at the Pick 4 preview for the late Pick 4 at Delaware Park. If you haven't watched before, we're going to dive into the sequence, talk about ticket selection, quickly talk about the horses in each leg of the race in the sequence. If you want a little bit more detail in why and how, pop over to the Delaware Park full card selection video. We break down races 1 through 8. There's chapters there, you can dive into those. But right now we're going to focus specifically on the late pick 4 sequence for Delaware Park on Wednesday, the 31st. This ticket's set up to be a $54 ticket for anyone who hasn't played a pick 4 before or who doesn't play very often. The pick 4, most pick 4s are the um, either the last four or the second, third, fourth, and fifth race, depending on the track. It's a 50-cent base wager, so if you picked one horse in each race, it would cost you 50 cents. And the way you get the math is however many horses you select in each one of these legs is how much this ticket is going to cost. And with that said, we will look at our ticket, which right now, before any scratches, will cost us $54. If there are any scratches and we've played this ticket prior to there being scratches, you'll just be scratched down into the post-time favorites. So a perfect example is race 5. If we played this ticket in the 9 scratches, then we will get whoever the post-time favorite is at race time instead. So if it is the 2 in this particular instance and we have it, we'll get the 2 times. If it's another horse in the race, then we'll get that horse instead. If you go and play this and there's scratches, just whittle down to the next. So if the 9 is scratched and you are putting your ticket in and it was scratched before you played it, just go with 2, 3. So it'll just make your ticket a little bit less expensive and more cost effective. In this scenario, the reason why it's $54, we've got 3 horses in the first race, race 5. They're called legs. So we've got leg 1 through 4. Race 5 is leg 1. We've got 3 horses in leg 2. We went 4 horses in leg 3 only because it's a bigger turf race. You can listen to the Delaware Park track selections as a reason why. And then we're going to round out with 3 horses in our last race. So 3 times 3 times 4 times 3 times 50 cents or 0.5 gives you a $54 ticket. Looking at leg 1, we went with 239, and the reason we went that way, the 2 is our top selection because it is the late speed here on the 5 furlong turf race. Numbers 3 and 9 are a little bit more of a long shot. I don't really like any other horse here. The other co-favorite on the morning line is a main track only. It'll scratch out. And the 3 and 9, Refund Wriggler and Truly Ambitious are the early speed. Gives us a little bit more of a long shot. The 2 is going to be pretty tough to beat. So we're going to go with 2, 3, and 9 here in race 5, which is leg 1. Looking at race 6, which is leg 2, we have a 1.70-yard starter allowance on the main track. The 3 is a middle runner here, and the 6 is the early speed. The 1 is the late speed, though. That's our top selection. Conspiracy fact: the 6 hangs on for a piece, and I think the 3 also will close in a bit and round out the trifecta here. So Delaware Park, race 6, leg 2. We're going to go with 3 horses. We like the 1, the morning line favorite, the 3, Steady John, and the 6, What Say You, to round out race 6, leg 2 of this ticket. We're going to move ourselves into the feature here where I'm going to spend a little bit more time. The feature at Delaware Park, race 7 on Wednesday, is a 1.1 allowance race. This race has right now 14 horses carded. It'll scratch down to 12. There's 2 also eligibles that will scratch out. The 13 shows to be on paper the fastest horse early on. I think that horse scratches out. The 4 and 12 will press each other. The 4 I'm not including. I didn't like it only because there's other pedigree angles, I think, and some late pressure here, and which is why we went with 4 horses. Our top selection, though, is the 2, Caronade, only because of that really, really late kick that this horse has. The 2 does. The 8, At a morning line of 20 to 1, we have as well Bold Licorice. Loved the kick of this horse as well. The 12 Bassanino is out of bated breath, has a positive ROI for Arnold Delacour, who runs well on the turf, and also one last out, and I believe is 30% winners last out. And the 10, Grandpa's Kid, just is a really good pedigree play. It's a lemon drop kid out of a Kitten's Joy mare. Love that angle on the turf. I don't see really how the 9 is able to kind of run out here. It shows to have just be really too far back to close into it. So the long shots I like are just going to be pretty formful. The 2 is our top selection, the 8 Bold Licorice, the 10 Grandpa's Kid, and the 12 Bassaino to round out our little bit more price play here. Once we get into this race, I think we're pretty covered with some long shots to have some running. And then we're going to get into the last race, which is race 8 at Delaware Park on Wednesday. Race 8 is a 6 furlong claiming race, also pretty formful. The 5 is just odds on morning line. There's not going to have much value, I think, in these other 2 or 3 legs of this pick 4, the first 2 and the last 1. There are some horses we have in the mix here that are formful as well, that are a little bit longer odds, but the morning line favorites are pretty true to run and I think win for fun. I think the 5 is our fantasy is our top selection in race 8, and just has the middle pressing speed, total full late speed as well, well above the rest of the field. The 6 does have some early kick. We'll hang on because it has a little bit more pace scenario set up than the 7, who's going to be running a little bit late here. The rest of the field hasn't shown me much, so I'm not comfortable taking them here. I can really only go with 3 horses, which is going to be the 6, Aphrodita, underneath of our top selection, our fantasy, the 5, and the 7, Plyara, who will also be closing a little bit late at a morning line of 4 to 1. Our top 2, though, are going to come 1, 2 either way. We're going to have both of them. But we're going to round out our ticket with 5, 6, and 7 in race 8 and in leg 4, which gives us a $54 ticket. Once again, we have our ticket will start in race 5. We've got 2, 3, and 9. In race 6, we've got 1, 3, and 6. In race 7, we go with 4 horses on the turf. We've got 2, 8, 10, and 12, trying to beat any potential favorites here with late speed. I think it'll be a blistering pace on the front end, and the 2 and 8 will pick up the pieces. And to round out the final leg in race 8, 5, 6, and 7. So that gives us a $54 ticket. Good luck at Delaware Park in the late pick 4 on Wednesday. My name's Dave again. I'm the creator of Thorostat. Follow us on Twitter at Thorostat. Follow us on YouTube and subscribe to this channel for more full card selections, pick 4 previews, as well as some live streaming we'll do in the summertime for Del Mar and Saratoga. Thanks again. Good luck Wednesday at Delaware Park, and let's cash this ticket.